Hi. Well, as you're probably aware, Scalespeeder Gaming has got some private servers for Xbox and PlayStation, and these are PvE servers. And we have a reset due at the end of March. So what I've done is I've uploaded to our test servers a new set of mods to try out, and I'm probably going to be using these as the basis for our churnerous private server files come the reset, as I say, at the end of March. So what I'd like everybody to do, if you've got some spare time, please drop into the private servers, the test ones, sorry, and have a look around. Remember, it's PvE only, player versus environment. Don't go around killing each other, and it is churnerous. And just kind of wander around and see what happens and report on anything that's maybe unusual or maybe a surprise. Now, there's some specific things that I've done that I want to talk about that you can look out for. And this offer is open to people who were already part of our private server group, and also to people who are in the Scalespeeder Gaming Discord, who are are testing, and also anybody else who really wants to have a go. There's only 10 slots on each server for Xbox or PlayStation, so you might not be able to get in straight away. So the idea behind this set of mods, and I'm calling these the PvE S2 for PvE Season 2, because this is really kind of the second season for the private servers. The idea behind it was I really wanted to retain the survival aspects of DAYZ. Because we've done a lot of work with modding, an awful lot of work with modding on console, and there's so much stuff we can do, but some of it I think takes away from the survival aspects of DayZ, maybe making the game too easy. The other problem is lots of the heavy mods that we can do really affect the reliability of the servers and things spawning in, and you end up with situations where zombies stop spawning in, gears stop spawning in, all these sort of things happen. So I put these together with the idea of keeping the real challenge of DayZ, making a couple of quality of life improvements to make a couple of things slightly easier, and also to add in lots of guns. Well, not lots of guns, but more guns, because they're fun, aren't they? And even though this is PvE, I think it's nice to have a nice gun to run around and shoot zombies with. So these are the things that I've done for this set of mods. So the chances of items spawning in damaged are greatly decreased. So all your clothing and your weapons and your axes and everything should all be pretty much pristine, and shoes and stuff like that. And that's better for quality of life, because it means stuff just lasts longer. I've added one more bear spawn and one more wolf pack. So, on Chernus, if you're up in the northwest or in the wilds, there is, another bear hanging around and another wolf pack hanging around. I've doubled the potential helicopter crashes from 3 to 6, and I've added cargo planes as well. So you'll have a chance of finding the UH-1 or the MIL-8, the Russian one, or the C-130. They're still pretty rare because there's only 6. They don't hang around for long, but you might be able to find them. And to kind of go along with that, because I've doubled the number of helicopter crashes, I've doubled the amount of dynamic loot, well, weapons anyway, that spawn on them, which is the LAR, the FAL, the VSS and the VST sniper rifles, and I've doubled the mags and the ammo as well. But remember, there's still only a handful of these, even though I've doubled them, and now they're also only counted on the map and not in person. So it means that even on the private servers, if we use these mods a couple of months' time, you should still be able to find an FAL or a LAR battle rifle, even if all the rest of them are in people's possession, because the game will only count them if they're lying on the map. I thought it worked very well last time when we had the 4x4 aiders, a little jeep spawning ready to go, with a can of fuel in the back. So I've gone with that mod again. You just need to add water to get them running, but I've doubled the number that there should be. So before there was only 10 in theory that could be on the map at any one time. Now there's 20. So you've got more of a chance of finding one of these vehicles. Again, I haven't gone mad. It's not like all the vehicles spawn ready to go. It's just the little aiders. Quality of life stuff. So compasses, both normal ones and orienteering ones, I've increased by 25%. Nail boxes by 25%. Duct tape and sharpening stones by 25%. Water bottles and canteens by 25%. So it's a bit more, but it's not loads. Now, the Mosin sniper rifle and the SKS semi-auto rifle and their ammo now should spawn in towns and villages and already have a scope attached. I haven't increased the number of them, so they're still a pretty rare thing, but you know that you should be able to find them in a few more places. The SG-5K submachine gun and the USG-45 machine gun, their ammunition and magazines now will also spawn in police stations and fire stations as well as military places, not in hospitals and medical centres, which I set up before I've taken them out. And they're also 1, 2 and 3 tier stuff, so you should be able to find them in different places. Now again, I haven't increased the number of these weapons, so they're kind of be more spread out. Their attachments, although you'll have the same chance of getting random attachments when you pick them up, the rest of the attachments, if you want to customize it, will be, you know, in the military places as you'd expect. The M4A1 and the AK-74 assault rifles and their ammunition and now their mags is also classed as military tier 1, 2 and 3 as well as 4, which means that you'll be able to find those really nice assault rifles in more military places. I haven't increased the numbers of them again, so there aren't that many around, but they'll be in more places. But to kind of make up for that, the coloured and black variants of AKs and M4s and the camoed Mosin, which I should have mentioned before, now spawn in, as well as the coloured and black variants of their attachments. So you can you can, if you want to, go round and find all the attachments for the coloured guns and put them on, so you've got like a matching set. Again, there aren't that many. They're still pretty rare. Now, the coloured and black variants of the AKs and the M4s, though, are classed as military tier 3 and 4, so they're going to be up in the northwest part of Chernihiv as well. Magazines now spawn with significantly more ammo, so they'll basically be full or almost full, and guns will always spawn with mags if they take one. So your AK or your M4 or your SG-5K should always have a magazine in one when you find it, and that magazine should be almost full or full of bullets, so it's ready to go straight away, so you can go around and have a bit of fun shooting zombies. And then there's also some surprises that I'm not going to talk about here that I've added to the files that, you know, that are a little bit unusual. There's quite a bit of stuff that you can't actually do much with, but it might be fun when you find it. Anyway, so bearing in mind those things, if you could look out for those things when you're wandering around the test server, and then put some feedback, you know, below this video or in the Discord channel, just put @Scalespeeder, so that I know, you know, I should look at the particular comments. And as I say, hopefully this will be the basis for the Chernihiv files that we're going to use on the private server after the March reset. Now, my initial thoughts are probably with the Livonia files to not really touch them. I might just leave Livonia vanilla, you know, for that vanilla experience. I mean, these are pretty close to vanilla, these Chernihiv ones. You know, they don't really change that much. They're not loading the server up with loads of food and other stuff. They're just a little bit of quality of life improvements. Now, if you're watching this and then you have a go on you find this, or to find the test servers, all you do is search for, on Xbox or PlayStation, go to the community tab, search for Scalespeeder Gaming, and it's the 1T, that's 1 Tango one you want to go into, and the password is all capitals, is bacon, BACON, and that will get you in. There's only 10 slots though, so you might not be able to get in sometimes. Now, so if you watch this, you think, oh, this sounds really good. I wouldn't mind being part of this community. So what we have, we're very lucky in the fact that we have a great community of people in the Scalespeeder Gaming private servers. And the reason why we have is because we're PvE only, so it's really for people who want to learn DAYZ or experience DAYZ in a non-combated environment where you don't have to worry about someone shooting you. It's just you trying to survive. Now you can work with other people on the server if you want and go around in gangs and enjoy stuff, but there's no shooting other people at all. You've got to be over 18 and you've got to join the Discord. And you have to either become a member of my Patreon for $2 a month, or you've got to become a member of my YouTube channel, which I think is $5 a month or something like that. And that then gives you access to Chernarus on Xbox and or PlayStation, and if you've got the DLC, Livonia on Xbox and or Livonia on Xbox or PlayStation, and if you've got both consoles, you can have access to all of it. And the feedback tends to be quite positive. People seem to really enjoy this. The reason why we have that minimal fee is obviously to pay for the servers and pay for that sort of stuff, but it's really as like a gatekeeping mechanism to stop the trolls getting in and spoiling our fun, because it's PvE only, no base raiding. Help each other out. It's just us enjoying DAYZ as an adventure game rather than a third or first person shooter. But anyway, I'll put the links down in the description down below, so come on, give these files a go if you wouldn't mind, if you've got a spare hour or so to give it a go. Thank you very much. Put your comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe, and I will see you again soon.